Alright, we need to go back to Rambros. Alodi, thank you for the follow. I cannot express how glad I am you returned safely, Spanky, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest if you will, and then let us free ourselves from the specter of the Alligans. I trust you have rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there's something we must do first. Let me summon the others, and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. So the Allagan eye that runs in Graha's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. Suppose it is not so odd to think his forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood, and for what purpose? Mayhaps all this was fate, from discovering the tower to Graha gaining Une and Doga's blood. Has Graha said anything? For that matter, where is Graha? And what of Nero? I'm not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. Spanky, you say Graha stayed behind at the Crystal Tower. I wonder if he even now prepares to seal this place off. Master Rambros, Master Rambros. 'Tis Graha, Tia, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Very well, let us go and speak with these researchers and get to the bottom of his queer business. Master Garland, Spanky, please come with me. No doubt Graha means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me that he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. Has he gone mad? Drunk with power? Oh, we have to go to the Crystal Tower. What in the world was Grahatia thinking, demanding that we leave the tower? No doubt you want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course, he would tell me nothing, but he would be honest with you, sir. I'm certain of it. You better be. Go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. So you are of a mind to seal the tower, Graha. I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please, come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies, but I cannot. Uh-oh. Come, man, what is this nonsense? If aught is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Suzune and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Alag, or rather, 'twas there the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Xande's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Alag, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land, and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only member of Alag's royalty to outlive the Empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Alag's technology to give her blood and memories to whom she trusted most. That man was my forebear. For millennia we waited. Alag's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew within. But before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. And now I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Graha, the Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as Alag's to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings. Else, we may never fully comprehend them. 'Tis as you say, Sid. We could wait for someone, someday, to reach the same heights as Alag. But by then, we will have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Aemon did, and put the tower into a deep sleep? What? You cannot mean that. I'm deadly serious, Sid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Alagans in knowledge. I will slumber within Circus Tower until then, to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as a beacon of hope it was meant to be. 'Tis the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. The future is where my destiny awaits. But yours lies outside of these doors. Go, create a future where hope reigns, and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with Alag, just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking, Graha. Then you'll be in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray, keep alive our success and forgive our failures. And may we meet again, my friend. The 12 keep you till then, Rambros. I look forward to learning of your exploits. And you, Spanky, I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I wake. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancient's wish. In and out, everybody? Alright, let's go. The Crystal Tower slumbers again, then. It is too quiet for my taste. Goodbye, Sid. I must put all this at my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. A new dawn has come for me. What's up, Trance? How you doing, my man? Doing pretty good. It's been a nice weekend. Feeling the day is getting a little shorter, for sure. Life is good. Life is good. Last day is, oh, if your week off today. How's your week off been? Yeah, that's I guess you were saying it's been a minute since you had some time off as well. That's good that it was good time. Oh, down here. Trying to make some more crazy or evil CDH decks. You've just missed Sid, Spanky. There's much that needs his attention if he is to fulfill Graha's wishes, it seems. This is not the end of Noah, no matter how lonely St. Cornac's find has become for our friend's departure. Must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future, led by Graha's beacon. Sealing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. Our paths cross again. Indeed. Not yet. I've completed the Crystal Tower quest series. By speaking with Sayel at St. Chronix Find, you can accept a quest that allows you to trade items attained by repeating Crystal Tower Alliance raids. The next main scenario quest can be accepted by speaking with Minfili at the Rising Stones. Alright, let's talk to Sayel here. Adventurer, may I ask a favor of you? I am so sorry to trouble you so soon after your trials in the Crystal Tower, but my colleague Rabda has gone missing. She discovered the oddest orb deep within the tower and said she was returning here to analyze it. No one has seen her since, so she is too timid a girl to have run off with her find. Probably just left to gather artifacts or materials and Revenant's toll for her studies, but all the same, could you go and look for her there? I cannot shake the feeling something has befallen her. Alright. I have a feeling that we are on the verge of a big story jump here. It's got to be nice, though, being able to go play cards in person again so much. Hearthstone. How is Hearthstone these days? I haven't really played it very much. Meta is super stale. Dude, Blizzard, man, needs to get their shit together. Oops, I need to adjust the graphic settings again. Hang on a second. No, it is not your internet, and it's unfortunate that it's happening now. Was the big swear ice tank here? Raise a glass from here. No, you don't look best pleased. Say something on your mind. Yeah, give me a sec. I'm gonna fix it here, but I have a feeling that we're missing some big story points. Let me just skip through this and then we'll fix it. Wheelwood's dead? They must know they've been rumbled. Alright, so since the past time we had this talk, after our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around on the quiet, and sure enough, found it. A bit of coins made its way into the Braves coffers, courtesy of Dodo Consortium, a daft name for business if I ever heard one. Sir Curse gave me an inkling something weren't right. Stand by. Is this still stuttering? Perfect. Okay, perfect. Alright, let me know if it gets funky again and I'll make some adjustments. Okay, sounds good, my man. Ooh, and the Pokemon's coming out on mobile soon. Is this something I can help you with? You seek Ko Rapnta? Well, you have found the right body, but she is not at home, so to speak. This lovely girl you see before you is known as Ko, but another soul dwells within her at present. Mine, to be precise. You are speaking with none other than Noah, Archmages of Alag. My scholarly works are legend, my treatises of the cosmos priceless, and my very name known throughout the world. Oh. Yeah, indeed. Or 'twas so once. My soul has whiled away the millennia within an orb. Ko awoke me from my slumber, and, well, how could I pass up a chance to walk the world again? So I allowed my spirit to flow into her body, and here we are. Forgive me, but you do not seem overly bewildered by this. Would I be wrong to assume you belong to the scholarly fellowship that carries my name? As I thought, Ko revealed this Noah when I entered her mind. Oh, but do be at ease. I bear you no ill will for using my name. Welcome back. I am, however, intrigued. What discoveries has this organization made? Made any findings of note to begin with? You act in my name? And so are his disciples to me. I will give you my blessing after you have proven your intellectual worth. Such is my want. So are you deserving? Cheeky, cheeky. You've dedicated yourself to creating a brighter future, eh? Then we may be alike in spirit. When I lived, I had a thirst for knowledge and dedicated myself to understanding the world. It was how I became an Archmagus. You may yet become a disciple of mine. I would learn more of your journey into the Crystal Tower. If I can see your dedication amongst your exploits, I'll be happy to give you a token of my immense wisdom. I do not expect too much, though. There are limits to what I can do in this body. Whose owner you were seeking, of course. Well, I will make sure that Ko's friend learns of what happened. Some version, at least. And worry not. His body is safe in hands. And I believe that this is the shape of it. My offer is to analyze you and you wish to prove yourself in my eyes. You certainly know where to find me. Great. Oh, stuttering-wise? Spectacular, thank you. Okay, we're gonna come back to her. That's not who we were looking for. We are headed to Thanalan. What do you play on Switch these days? Pokemon Unite. Dude, I can't wait to play that. I have it preset on my phone to download as soon as it's available. I know. I can't wait. We've been waiting for you, Spanky. The celebration is due to begin shortly. I'd hoped we might make our introductions together, but Mistress Momodi just sent word that you are needed at the quicksand. Oh, so now I can't come to the party? You will go on ahead, Spanky. Pray join us once matters at the quicksand are resolved. Give my regards to Momodi, and let her know I will call upon her anon. Not talking to your booty call for you. Oh, wait. At the quicksand. I appreciate you dropping in on such short notice, Spanky. I know you've got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with the Crystal Brave by the name of Alianne, aren't you? Former adventurer? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Anyway, she came around for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. That if others ended up dragging you to the feast, I was to see to it you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. Short message I'll grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched her food, too. Under other circumstances, I'd have thought the signs of a troubled heart, but still, something tells me she ain't planning to confess her undying love. Mystery is afoot. As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander, and all too soon the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file by your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon, see no signs of Alianne. Straining your ears to listen, your chatter of kikrin and the buzzing of syrphids. No approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head, only to notice the vial lying at your feet. Spanky, is that you? What brings you out this way? Lieutenant Alianne? Why, no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. I must have passed the spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city's environs on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand. Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. I pray to return to Ul'dah, Spanky. If I chance to meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here. I think we're being set up. Oh, stuttering.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
Oh, I think I remember you mentioning about being pay to win at the beginning. I'm down to grind it. Oh, that's no good. Hmm. Okay. Hopefully that will clear things up. That particular room where that scene happened is where most of the issues happen, and we happen to be in that area, so unfortunately, hoping that this isn't gonna keep happening. Because we're juicy story stuff, as I understand it. Oh, where's Momodi? Oh, she's not here. She's at the quicksand. I reckoned you'd head straight to the feast after meeting with Alianne. What's the matter? No appetite? No Alianne. So she wasn't there, but this was? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist vial, but beyond that, I can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping, though. Anyway, no use worrying about Alianne. I'm sure hope she'll turn up before too long. When she does, we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you've got more important things to think about. Would you believe that while you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems her grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. So what are you waiting for? Go on then, go.
You needn't trouble yourself so.
Your Grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your Grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light.
I am.
Yeah, this room. Whenever we have scenes in this room, it always stutters. And I can't seem to fix it for whatever reason. Is the audio playing okay, or is the audio jumping as well?
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
With good cause.
Audio's fine. Okay. Sorry about this. Hopefully, they get really serious about streaming and get the some serious money coming to them. Maybe I will build a new computer here.
Even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time.
In time.
And failing that, I'll have my trusty Warrior of Light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
He will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required his attention, but it did not sound serious.
All right. Thank you for coming, sir. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith. Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Okay, we ready to settle in? Hopefully it doesn't stutter too much. I think this is some big shit going down.
Enter.
Your Grace, your guest has arrived.
Pray, come in, and take your ease.
Roll up a barrel.
'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of her grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Aw.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
Aught is amiss.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
You may go.
I just got here.
Your Grace.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy.
Gasp!
You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few. Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me?
I don't even know really what it is that you're asking.
I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. Much of my dread for the coming days has been quieted.
Oh my god, is she gonna be poisoned to death by her lady in waiting? Oh my god. Well, this isn't gonna go over very well.
Your Grace! Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead. Poison in her wine? You did this!
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
Oh god. I mean, we were totally set up.
Sir,
Oh my
following a few
god.
exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
Yeah. Hopefully it should clear up here in just a second. Thanks for the heads up. Oh god.
The meaning of this.
Once we get out of this banquet room too, it should be helpful.
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
Aught is amiss. This cheeky little piece of shit, man. Set us up.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Oh my god. These people, man, have been busy.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts.
Cooking.
You
And
best come
origami.
along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthus. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
Gasp.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire... Bring in the prisoner!
This little piece of shit, man.
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo, and his suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
It is madness.
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison her grace was found upon the assassin's person.
Oh no.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience?
Thank you, V90. Much appreciated.
Who persuaded her grace to host
How you
this
doing?
celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands.
What a piece of shit.
It's truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead.
But she is.
Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
This cannot be.
Ugh.
Nanamo. No!
His life has been torn apart. Nanamo was very beloved and the ruler of Uldar. This is quite the travesty.
Plainly, the royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you. It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
Oh, what a bastard.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
Yeah.
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
Oh, it's gonna get you killed now, Ravan.
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
Ugh. Wow, what a crazy, crazy guy.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
Oh, no kidding. Oh my god. Ravan's gone dark. I know.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers.